Colin Jost delivered another hilarious moment of self-deprecating humor during Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update segment, this time taking aim at both himself and his wife, Scarlett Johansson. Following some major Hollywood news, the comedian couldn't resist turning a recent box office milestone into comedy gold, proving once again why he's one of the sharpest writers in the business. During the January 17th episode of SNL, Colin addressed the audience with some breaking entertainment news that had been making waves in Hollywood circles. Zoe Saldana, who stars in the new Avatar movie, has officially surpassed Scarlett Johansson to become the highest-grossing actress of all time. He announced to the Weekend Update audience. It was a significant achievement for Saldana, whose work in massive franchises like Avatar, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Star Trek has accumulated billions of dollars at the global box office. But being Colin Jost, he couldn't just leave it at a straightforward news announcement. The 43-year-old comedian had a perfect punchline waiting in the wings. As he continued his segment, he gestured toward a bar graph displayed on the screen behind him, setting up what would become one of the night's biggest laughs. "Well, let's see what happens if you include the box office from Scarlett's husband's movies," he said with impeccable timing. The visual punchline was devastating in the best possible way. The bar graph dramatically dropped, illustrating that adding Colin's own box office contributions would actually hurt rather than help Scarlett's impressive total. The joke worked brilliantly because of its layers. It simultaneously celebrated Saldana's achievement, acknowledged Scarlett's incredible career, and roasted Colin's own relatively modest film career, all in one perfectly crafted moment. The audience erupted in laughter, appreciating both the cleverness of the bit and Colin's willingness to make himself the butt of the joke. This kind of self-aware humor has become something of a signature for Colin. When it comes to discussing his marriage to one of Hollywood's biggest stars, he's found a sweet spot where he can reference their relationship in his comedy without it feeling exploitative or uncomfortable. Instead, it comes across as genuinely funny and endearing. With Colin fully embracing the reality that his wife is far more famous and successful in the film world than he is. This wasn't the first time Colin has incorporated Scarlett's Hollywood peers and projects into his comedy routine. The comedian has a track record of finding humor in his unique position as the spouse of a major movie star. Just a few months earlier, back in July, Colin demonstrated this same comedic sensibility when he addressed another viral moment involving his wife. Scarlett had attended the red carpet premiere of her upcoming film Jurassic World Rebirth, where she was photographed sharing a playful kiss with her co-star Jonathan Bailey. The photos quickly went viral on social media, with fans and media outlets buzzing about the chemistry between the two actors. Rather than ignore the attention or respond defensively, Colin once again chose to lean into the humor of the situation. Speaking with Entertainment Tonight, Colin gave a hilariously deadpan response to questions about the viral kiss. "It didn't seem like the biggest threat," he said with characteristic dry wit. Then he took the joke even further, creating an absurd scenario that perfectly deflated any notion of celebrity drama. "Jonathan and I were at the red carpet, like, I guess we have to kiss now. Will that close the loop?" The suggestion that he and Jonathan Bailey should kiss to somehow complete a bizarre love triangle was perfectly absurd comedy. It demonstrated Colin's ability to disarm potentially awkward celebrity gossip situations by making them even more ridiculous. Rather than feeding into tabloid narratives or acting possessive, he created a joke that was so over the top that it made the entire controversy seem silly. What makes Colin's approach to these jokes particularly effective is the underlying confidence and security they demonstrate. He's not actually insecure about his career or his marriage. He's secure enough to make himself the punchline. This self-awareness resonates with audiences because it feels authentic rather than forced or attempted. The Weekend Update desk has long been a platform for comedians to blend current events with personal observations, and Colin has mastered this balance during his tenure. By occasionally bringing his personal life into the mix, particularly his marriage to Scarlett, he creates moments that feel both relatable and uniquely specific to his circumstances. For Scarlett's part, she seems fully supportive of Colin's comedic takes on their relationship. The couple, who married in 2020, have maintained a relatively private personal life while still acknowledging the public's interest in their relationship. Colin's occasional jokes about their marriage on SNL appear to be one way they've found to acknowledge that interest while maintaining boundaries and keeping things light. As for the actual box office numbers that inspired the latest joke, Zoe Saldana's achievement is genuinely impressive. Her work across multiple billion-dollar franchises has made her one of the most commercially successful actors in Hollywood history. Scarlett Johansson's own box office numbers are nothing to scoff at either. With blockbusters like the Marvel Cinematic Universe films, Lucy, and numerous other hits to her name, Colin Just's ability to take these Hollywood milestones and transform them into comedy that celebrates everyone involved while still landing a killer punchline is what makes him such an effective Weekend Update anchor. Whether he's roasting himself, gently teasing his wife, or creating absurd scenarios involving co-stars, he's found a comedic voice that works perfectly for the modern celebrity landscape.